It's been about 4 years since the girls of Fifth Harmony announced they would be going on an indefinite hiatus, and they've done so much since then, so let's take a look at what all the girls are up to these days, shall we? Fifth Harmony might be solo harmony these days, but I think it's safe to say that Camila Cabello, Normani, Ally Brooke, Dinah Jane, and Lauren Jauregui are all thriving in their own way. As we all know, Camila has had a pretty successful solo career so far. Shortly after she left the group, Camila made quite the splash in the music industry when she dropped her debut solo album titled simply Camila. Now, that was way back in 2018. Since then, Camila has dropped a sophomore album, dated, and broke up with her former bestie Shawn Mendes, starred in a modern-day Cinderella movie, and is now getting ready to release her third solo album titled Familia. Not to mention, Camila will be hosting a special TikTok concert on April 7th, where she'll be performing songs from her upcoming album. Clearly, she's doing big things. It's safe to say that we have all been waiting for a solo album from Miss Normani, and while we haven't gotten that just yet, she's been releasing banger after banger ever since going out on her own, and that has held us over for quite some time now. We also can't forget her show-stopping performances at award shows and incredibly wild music videos. This girl puts in the work and it shows. Now Normani's getting ready to drop yet another single titled Fair, but according to Mani herself, this one is a little different than her past singles. She wrote in an Instagram post, "This song really captures me in one of my most vulnerable moments. Sharing this record makes me uncomfortable because you've never really seen me in this light. Definitely aware that you might feel like you don't know much about me, but that's only because it's what makes me feel protected. I am really forcing myself to let go here. This is huge for me, and hopefully this piece of art resonates. Love is beautiful, yet so terrifying." I don't know about you, but I am so ready for this. Like her former Fifth Harmony bandmates, Lauren has released a few musical collabs and singles herself. In 2018, Lauren released her debut solo single, Expectations, and has since released a debut solo project titled Prelude in 2021. Lauren recently announced a partnership with Patreon for a new podcast titled Attunement. She shared this news to her Instagram and wrote, "Attunement is an empowering space where love meets through reflection and honesty. For so long, I wanted to embrace the process of my own growth, my path to healing, and the connections that guide me." Meanwhile, Ally Brooke has taken a slightly different path than the rest. Even though she did release a few singles and went on a solo tour before the pandemic hit, she's actually getting ready to make her feature film debut in her very first movie titled High Expectations alongside Kelsey Grammer and Taylor Gray. And here's a little sneak peek of what's to come from this former Fifth Harmony artist.
Hey, Sophia, I just want to have a conversation. I want to have a conversation with you.
Jack, it's me. I hope you're okay.
Love this journey for her. And last but not least, Miss Dinah Jane. Shortly after the group announced their indefinite hiatus, Dinah Jane went straight to work and dropped her debut solo single titled Bottled Up with Ty Dolla $ign and Mark E. Basie that same year. Then in 2019, she released her debut solo EP titled Dinah Jane 1 and had plans to go on a solo tour in 2020, but unfortunately, we all know what happened that year. It ended up being postponed due to the pandemic. These days, we haven't really heard much from DJ. At the time of this video, her last Instagram post is dated back in October of 2021, and it seems like she's been a little more active on Twitter. Maybe Dinah Jane is just taking that low-key route before announcing her next move to the world, and we can't wait to see what that might be. For more entertainment news, click right over here for another Clevver News video, and then hit up those comments and let us know which of the girls' projects you're most excited about, and if you think one day we'll get a Fifth Harmony reunion. I'm your girl, Carly Henderson. You can find me on social media at carlyhenderson_, and I'll see you next time.